and welcome to SpeechGoods, where we talk all things business, money, mindset, private practice, all within the realm of the speech and language pathology field. I am your host, personal finance enthusiast, and fellow speech and language pathologist, Danni Augustine. So if you don't already know, I am a huge fan of SLPs increasing their incomes, building wealth, starting businesses, and doing the dang thing, as if I don't talk about this enough on SpeechGoods. But one way that you can do that, which I'm going to talk about today, is by starting a side hustle, and more specifically, starting an SLP side hustle. The great thing about an SLP side hustle is that you can use the skills that you already have and that you already paid for, cough, cough, that master's degree you already funded, to increase your income. And also, by increasing your income, you can start to meet those financial goals that you've set for yourself and your family even faster. I'm going to talk to you about 5 different SLP side hustles that you can start today with the skills you already have. So number 1, and probably the one that is immediately coming to your head, but we'll see, is by seeing private speech therapy clients. This is something you can literally start doing with a filing cabinet, the therapy materials you've probably already spent money on, and a professional liability insurance policy, which you may or may not even already have that. My professional liability insurance policy cost me like I think it was like $165 last year. It's not expensive at all. Even just taking 1 or 2 private clients every single week can increase your income by thousands of dollars by the end of the year. The great thing is that there's so many amazing resources out there right now about how to start taking on private clients. I'm also going to link the resources in the description of this episode. People like Jenna Castro-Casbon from Independent Clinician. You can go to Jill Shook SLP. She's great. Sassy SLP. They all have resources to help you with seeing private therapy clients and even opening up your own private practice if that's something that you want to do. I think a lot of people have this misconception that you have to have the big office and the fancy therapy gym and all the things in order to start seeing private clients or to even have your own private practice. And that's really not true. The beautiful thing about the speech language pathology field is that the magic sauce to a therapy session isn't your toys. It's not some fancy equipment that you bring in. The magic sauce really is you. So the second, number 2 of my favorite SLP side hustles is selling your therapy materials and resources that you've already created on Teachers Pay Teachers, or as we so lovingly call it, TPT. So many of us are already making therapy resources for ourselves. In fact, a lot of the TPT sellers that I've been able to interview on the SpeechGoods show, this is actually how they started out their store. One of the very well-known ones that you've probably heard of is Anna D. SLP. I'm going to have her information in the description as well. And I'm going to link the episode interview that I did with her right over here, so you can go watch that at your leisure. But that's literally what she did. She's this amazing TPT seller, and all she did was she took the therapy materials that she already made for herself and put herself out there and put them on Teachers Pay Teachers. She talks about how she was literally just making materials that she wanted for therapy, but that she realized weren't available on the open market, and just made those things and then was able to sell them to other people. If you feel that this is a strength for you, like you're super good at coming up with creative therapy ideas and making stuff look cute, this might be an excellent side hustle for you to start, build, and grow. So number 3 for my favorite SLP side hustles is actually tutoring with a service, like an online service like VipKid. Now, although this isn't necessarily designed for SLPs, this is something you may hear that teachers do often. I've had friends and SLP coworkers who have done this, and they've actually really enjoyed it. It's pretty low maintenance. You're not having to plan therapy sessions and create goals. You're just following the curriculum and you've been trained on it. We know how to break things down and teach our kids. That's what we're doing, is we're showing our kids in speech therapy how to do things, right? A lot of people really like it because you can do it either before you go to your school job or your whatever day job, or you can do it when you get home in the evening. But the schedule is nice because I know that you can kind of make it your own. I know some people do it, maybe they might do it for 2 hours after they get home after work and put their kids to bed. You can also make anywhere from $20 to $22 an hour doing this. And Like I said, you can do it on your own schedule. And from what I've heard from the people that have done it, it's pretty low stress. So this might be something that's a good fit for you if you're not trying to like start a small business or trying to start anything. If you kind of just want to keep it like real even keel and flexible with your schedule. Number 4 for my favorite SLP side hustles is PRNing on the weekends at a local hospital or clinic. So one of the beauties of the SLP field is that there's so many different settings that we can work in. Our scope of practice is literally like a cook-a-billion miles long. Local hospitals are very often looking for coverage for the weekend so that they don't like wear out their full-time people during the week who are already there Monday through Friday, especially in facilities like an inpatient rehab facility where there's actually requirements for how many hours of therapy that their patients need to get a day. Those are places that are always going to be looking for PRN work, or even if they need not just the weekends, but maybe they might need someone to fill in because they have someone going on a maternity leave or their full-time employee wants to take a vacation, right? Also, another perk of doing PRN hours is that the hourly rate is going to be, and morning should be much higher than what you would see for like a typical full-time rate. First of all, they're not having to pay your benefits or anything like that. So they're able to pay you a higher rate per hour. There's also hospitals, like one of my local hospitals does this, where they'll actually pay you like a premium or a bonus rate on top of your hourly rate if you commit to working maybe like one weekend a month. Like I know at one local hospital, you would get an extra $10 per hour that you worked if you committed to working one Saturday a month, which is not a bad deal at all. One other benefit that you may not have thought about for getting some PRN work at a local hospital is it helps you to keep up skills in other areas of the SLP field if that's not where you're working full time. So if you're working full time at a school and you still want to keep your hospital and your adult swallowing skills sharp, that's one really great way to do that without having to necessarily completely overhaul your whole full-time job. The number 5 of my favorite SLP side hustles is actually one that I think a lot of us don't think about doing, but we are so stinking well equipped to do it. So just more of us need to do it. I'm just putting it out there. Okay. Hosting local classes for parents and caregivers on speech and language and feeding development. So finding like a child-friendly local spot where you can host a class, it can be a great way not only to reach out and serve your community, but it's also a great way to market yourself if you are trying to do like number 1 that we said in this list of get private clients or maybe even grow a private practice. There are actually a lot of private practitioners that will use group classes as another revenue stream for their private practice. The beauty of a group class is that you can charge a lower fee per person than you would obviously for like a one-on-one therapy session, but you also have the ability to scale that and include more people within the class. So you're essentially doing the same amount of work. You're teaching one class, but if you can market yourself or if you can scale it to where you've got larger amounts of people attending the class, that's like literally like there's no ceiling to what you can do with this type of thing. I think it's also important to note since the pandemic, people are much more open to, and in fact, I think kind of enjoy learning things online, like at their own pace and whenever they have time, because we know parents are going to be busy. They're going to have busy schedules. So even offering a class or something like that online can be a really great way to have another income stream and even like build up a little business or side hustle that way. And I just have to say this, honestly, I feel that it's so important for us as the communication and feeding experts to be the ones teaching these classes. I think sometimes we can be SLPs are known for having type A personalities. And I think sometimes we can be a little afraid or a little apprehensive about putting ourselves out there. But honestly, we are the ones that should be teaching these classes to parents, not some Joe Schmo rando person off the side of the road. So as you can see, there are multiple ways that you can use your SLP skills to start a side hustle and increase your income to meet your financial and wealth building goals. And you can also increase your income without having to go get another degree or another certification or just go getting more things. You can use the skills that you already have because our skills as speech and language pathologists are super valuable and super needed within our communities. So if you found this video and information valuable, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you get updated whenever we post more videos. And also, please come hang out with me on Instagram. You can DM me at SpeechGoods. I would absolutely love to hear from you.